Hello, I'm Rick Stivers. I'd like to welcome you to Young Martin's Reels. Today's project is going to be this Shakespeare OK automatic number 1821. It's made in the USA, and I have a feeling that this is going to be very similar to no, it's not either. They're mounted different. The south bends that I did, the feet were mounted on the bottom, and on this it's mounted on the side, so the lever operates completely different. This one I have not been into at all yet. It does not work. It does wind up. You can feel the tension on it. You can release that by turning this knob just like on the south bends. So I got a feeling one way or the other there was a little bit of copyright infringement or patent infringements on somebody's part. I don't know whose, or maybe they just borrowed from each other, and that was okay. Let's take the screw off of the end here, and hopefully this will come off like it did on the south bend, but so far it's not. Okay, that does not want to come out, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and try to take the screw out of the bottom. Bigger screwdriver. And see if that will help us take it apart. Okay. Some corrosion in there. All right, let's see if that will help us get it apart. And that's a big negative also. This may be a reel that's full of corrosion. That may be why it won't come apart. I'm hoping it's just grease choked and that we can get it to pop apart here. Tell you what I'm going to do. I think corrosion has got this shaft frozen in right here. This is supposed to be releasing. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put this screw in a little bit like so, and then I'm going to wrap on the end of the screw there. See if that didn't help get it started moving. There, yeah, see, the shaft is now moved down inside there. Before it wasn't budging. There we go. All right, and now this part should come up and out. There we go. And now that part there looks remarkably like the south bends now, didn't it? And we're going to turn this around the opposite way and see if we can get it to release. There we go. And we got a lot of old grease in there to clean up. All right, now all the other springs looked really good. This one looks really nasty inside with old dried up grease, and dried up grease can do really horrible things. So what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to take it and I'm going to spray some WD-40 in here, let it soak a little bit, and I'm going to take this down and spray it with some brake cleaner and see if I can't get most of that grease to come out of there. All right, let's see what we have here. This is our brake assembly. Okay, so this has to trip up this way to release. All right. Now, how do we get this to release to let the spool out? Push down on the spool here. Okay. There we go, that whole assembly lifts out. Did you see that? We're going to put that back in and take it back out again, just so you can see it. Okay, I think that's actually supposed to be like that. There, so that fits slightly up inside there. Okay, and this fit down into here like so, and that goes on there. Okay, when you push down this way, that releases the brake off of the spool. Okay. So far, I don't see what would be holding it spring-loaded against the spool. I'm wondering if it's missing a spring. All right, well, let's take this back out. Take this off of this end. There we go. That lifts out. Okay, now we should be able to take the spool out. There we go. And wow, that really looks like they borrowed the spool right out of the south bend. It's got the same drum and everything that sits inside the spring on the south bend, but the spring assembly isn't in this. So it looks like they're borrowing parts from each other big time. And I've never seen line like this. It's just, it's like it's a braided line. It's almost like it's a braided plastic. And it's gotten so old that it won't hardly bend or anything anymore. Well, I'm going to remove some of it since it seems to be a little overfilled. And we're going to cut that loose off of there. The excess. There. Okay. We definitely need to clean up in here and in here. And in here. Okay, but I don't see what's transferring the power from here over. Are these frozen? Okay. All right, there's our, I think that's our problem why we're not moving, is these gears do not want to turn on their shafts. So, let's see about cleaning this up. We'll spray some WD-40 here. We'll flip it over. We'll spray some on here. We'll spray some under here. Give this a few turns and see if it doesn't start loosening up. There we go. All right. Now I believe that if we just stuck it back together right now, it would probably work, but we're going to clean it up a bit. Okay, I believe we're back, ready to get back to work again. The parts are cleaned. I ended up not taking this down and spraying it. I lifted the spring. I had the WD-40 in there. I lifted the spring up slightly, slid a paper towel under it, wrapped it around a few times, and it cleaned up real nice. So we're just going to put some oil on the spring. This spring is actually one of the nicest I've done today. It looked pretty grody, but it just had grease, and grease really does tend to protect things a lot. It can jam things up when it gets old, but in the meantime, it does a good job of keeping things clean. All right, I think that we can go ahead and put this shaft back in now. Let's go ahead and slip it in here. I don't think it really needed to come out, except that we were jammed up and trying to get it apart. So let's put this screw back in. I think we need to come out a little bit more. There we go. So let's put that screw in. We're going to hold the outside of the case because the shaft is keyed. So there we go. All right. Got that in. Oh, GD. I'll have to look that up in a little while and find out what year GD is. And all right, so that's on. Now we've got the drum here, which there's no purpose of the drum on this particular version, but I think this is the same spool that is used in the South Bend. I think they were trading off parts there for a bit. We'll go ahead and oil the shaft and go ahead and slide this spool down in there. Make sure to get the line completely inside so it's not trapped. Okay, it wouldn't turn at all originally, so I think we've done a pretty good job cleaning that up. Let's go ahead and grease the pinion gear. Okay, and that pinion gear is going to ride against this gear right here. So let's go ahead and grease the teeth of these gears. Okay, now I'm going to go back. Well, we'll do that in a minute. We'll put a little bit of oil in the hole here. There we go. And then we're going to slide this gear set down onto here. And I wonder if there's a right way and a wrong way. I don't think so. I think it's going to fit any way you want it to. Let's see. These appear to all be in the same spacing. This one goes to here. Nope, that one doesn't go there. Okay, so let's lift it out. We're just one tooth off. Rotate it a little more, and there we go. That would go together good there. Now, the only problem with that is we don't have the release handle in there. Okay, so we're going to keep it like this, but we're going to set it off to the side and do this again. Okay, we got to put this release handle in. Now, the release handle has to be assembled together when it goes in, like so. Okay, this hook goes right up through here, comes back here like this. Okay, then you're going to take this, and here's our release spot that it goes in. And what you're going to do is drop this down in, and once you've dropped it in like so, you look back here, and the bottom has a pin that it fits on. Make sure that it goes on that pin. Once that's done, you can go ahead then. Now it does matter which way these gears go because they have to be on the opposite side of where this is. So we will set this blank spot, so we'll put the gears directly on the opposite side, like so. And rotate it until it just says drop in the slot, like so. All right. Now I still don't have anything holding any tension on that brake. And I haven't figured out what's going to do that yet. I don't know if this is damaged. You'd think that it should be holding tension against there, like so. And then you would spring down to take the tension off. And so far, I don't see what our issue there is, how that's going to work. Okay, let's go ahead. In the meantime, see about getting this back on, because I think is what it's going to do is I think it's just going to spin the way we're set up right now. Okay, have to go in. See, we still have no tension on that. Okay, that's in. Let's go ahead and put the screw in, even though I don't believe it's going to work at this time because we're missing something. Something's got to hold the tension on there. Like so. Yeah, because when you turn this, it should just, yeah, see, it's just going to spin with no tension on there. Okay, that should stay up like that, holding tension, like so. And then when you push down, it's going to let it spin. But I don't know what should be holding the tension. Something should hold it like that until you push down. Almost appears as though there's a missing part or something's bent. So we've got it spinning now. It wouldn't turn before. We've got that fixed. Okay. Got excess oil in there now. We'll wipe that out. What holds the tension on that? You think it's possible this arm is just bent, from people trying to make it release and it wouldn't? I think it's a very good possibility. All right, it appears that I've got it. Let's take a look. Wind it up. There you go. So, we've managed to fix that one. There was a combination of issues with that reel. One of them being that the old grease had the axle shaft completely frozen in it. It wouldn't move. And the other one being that because that had happened, someone had overly bent the trigger release button trying to get it to release. So it needed to be adjusted and brought back into configuration where it would work. Okay, so let's try it one more time. Wind it up. All right, and push it down. There we go. That's the release for it. And we're going to take the tension off. There we go. Let's try that one more time. Tension off. Good. Okay, wind it up one more time, and let's try pulling the line out. There's the line. Grab hold of the line, pull it out. Like so. And there you go. There you have the Shakespeare OK Automatic number 1821 model. Man, I'm trying to read that and I can't. I think it's GD. Let's sit it down and we'll get a good look at it. And that way we'll be able to look at it on the computer, and I'll post it in there as to what year this was created. All right, so I hope you liked the video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. Tell me what it is you didn't like. And for now, that's Rick Stivers with Young Martin's Reels, signing out.